A rainy night falls on the empty street. The lights are scattered on the road surface. Rumi smiles next to Soleil. Mira softly says a few cute words. Walking through the small shop, holding a fragrant bag. No one knows that in the darkness there are eyes watching each misty breath. Gina rushes like the wind, snatching the bag from her hand. Rumi falls in a puddle, heartaches amid a soft scream. Soleil Mira calls Rumi's name, running after the fading darkness. In the moment Gina crosses the street, the car lights suddenly shine brightly. The sound of brakes, the sound of people shouting out like fans in the middle of a distant intersection. Gina falls into a hazy space. The soul drifts between the boundary of near and far. Room, can you hear it? Gina's heartbeat turns into a bark in the middle of a rainy night. Lucky sad brown eyes, embracing the mistakes of the past, gentle as a healing wound gradually. Rumi called Lucky's name, but deep in that gaze Gina was whispering, please forgive me. In the middle of the night, in the lateness, a lost life returned with the heart of a little dog beside her. On the old street corner, Lucky trembled, teased and pushed carelessly by the children. Rumi came like a ray of sunshine. Her eyes were serious, but her heart was very quiet. Don't be afraid, Lucky, she gently reached out, hugging him. Soleil smiled, Mira teased, Rumi saved another lost heart in the crowd. The following days on the street, her footsteps with Lucky, familiar shops, parks. The afternoon softened when she smiled stubbornly. In Lucky's chest there was another heartbeat. Gina silently looked at Rumi, for the first time knowing what it was like to be loved properly. Loved properly. Supermarket lights were sparkling. Rumi held Lucky, whispering as if it were her own story. Tomorrow, okay, we will be at peace, but fate never stops spinning invisibly. Rumi, do you hear it? Gina's heartbeat turns into a bark in the middle of the night, burning red in the cage. Lucky sad brown eyes running through smoke, through fire, carrying the promise I will never leave you again. Rumi calls Lucky's name in the suffocating sea of fire. Only the bark can least the fragile hope. Gina the firefighter, following the little dog, carrying Rumi out of the boundary between life and death. In the gray smoke, Gino sees himself clearly, seeing Rumi crying for the dog, not for the robber from the past. Seeing Soleil Mira holds her hand tremblingly, seeing Gino rushing in with his life without a moment's hesitation. Gino wants to say, Rumi, I was wrong from that time on the sinful rainy road. If I could be a human again, I would not touching your bag, even if only in a wandering thought. But he could only bark in Lucky's body, can only run in the fire, leading the way like a small absurd light. And when Rumi opened her eyes, calling softly Lucky, Gino understood this was the last time he could stand by life. Rumi, do you hear when he disappeared in the flock of white butterflies flying through the door frame? Lucky lay at your feet, panting but still wagging his tail, because seeing you alive was the only thing he needed to see. Rumi hugged Lucky tightly, tears fell for both the dog and the robber of the past. In the desolate night, Gino melted into the sky like a final apology, drifting with the light. There were no more mistakes in the world. On the small window, a white butterfly flew by. Rumi smiled softly, whispering, thank you, Gino, for coming back with the heart of gentle Lucky. Soleil Mira stood on the porch, watching you hug Lucky sleeping. Gino walked by, looked back at the lights, and sighed in relief. In the long night without a prison, Rumi and Lucky, a fairy tale in the middle of a crowded street, where a lost man named Gino found his way home through the eyes of the girl he once heard in the storm.